Where am I think I should close that door. Hold up. I'm going to close this door. I'm going to go close that door. I want some better lighting. Okay, so here's the deal, everyone. I really don't want no one seeing me. I can't really see myself, actually. Hi! I wrote some things down because I don't want to forget what I have to say. But number one, I'm going to start with someone asked me if I could document my experience or this particular move. And I'm certainly going to do that because I think that if we have information, it's important that we share and help one another, especially in the climate that we're living in, and just everything about life. It's about us sharing, and that's why I shared my whole cancer experience with you guys, because I figured if I'm going to die, everyone's going to see how, they're going to watch, they're going to experience everything that I've gone through, and just know that they have to do something different in their lives. So it's about sharing. So you guys know I went to Georgia last year, and can I give you this story in parts? I want to tell you, in order for me to tell you what made me come to the decision of going to Georgia, I have to tell you where I came from. That's usually what I do. I always have to go. I always have to talk about where. Bring on the camera. Okay. I always have to talk about where I came from and how did I get to this point. So the Georgia move wasn't by something that I had been planning on doing at all, because I love New York. I love the hustle and bustle. I love the going. I love, being able to have access to everything. However, cancer, and that's why I have this site that I'm trying to make sure I work on and keep up with it. How breast cancer changed my life is itself. It's not just what I learned about our health, just everything. When I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I thought I was living this healthy life. I thought I was doing everything right. Yet I got cancer. And when I researched and learned what was happening, I realized, oh my gosh, New York City is killing me. The hustle, the not knowing that we're eating poorly, and just everything about it. It's just not healthy. Not that it's going to be any better in Georgia, but I make better choices now. I know how to make better choices. Okay. I don't want to really get into detail because I don't have time to get into detail. I really want to just kind of tell you, long story, I feel horrible right now because I don't even know what I'm going to say, but I want to say it. I was just moving around, and you guys know I've been talking about my friend who we're like polar opposites. We're polar opposites, but I really like him. I like him. I still like him. But I know that that's not somebody who, I'll marry at the end of the day. I'm not sure if, that's not sure. I know that we're polar opposites, and it's probably not going to work. And, God brings people into your life, or the universe brings people into your life for a reason and a season. Like my ex who left me as a result of my breast cancer scare. He renovated my apartment, my co-op, to a beautiful place, to a position now. If I sell my co-op, he increased the value of my property. So God bless you, universe bless you, thank you. And it's about giving, so I know he's going to be rewarded in his own way because he gave of himself, tithing. He did all this work for me. And even though I paid for it, he did the work. I have a place now that if I want to sell it, the value is going to go up. And, so when he left after the cancer, I had to think, why did he come into my life and do this for me? Even when we were together, I would say to him, look what you did. I was asking if, because my place always looked like this place where I can teach from, I can have performances, and I should be having more shows. I think I'm going to do a little more parties and concerts now and little things at my place. RubyI'm's music place. Because it has that kind of ambiance, And he came and he left, And then, I have a new friend, And I'm like, how did God bring this? Why did he bring it? I used to ask why, because he and I are so different, He and I are so different. We don't think about alike on the foods. What is organic? He's like, you don't know if it's organic. All this other, everything he finds negative. He always can find a negative, and that's not the kind of person I am. I need energy. I need people who are in the same flow of energy as I am. And we were just different. And I'm like, why did he come into my life? And one day I was taking a shower, and I want you to know that you receive voices. That little voice, that inner voice, we all get it. I am no different, no better than any of you. But I get this voice. I've been getting it since I was a police officer. I always knew when the sergeant was coming around. If I was sitting in someone's apartment, chilling out, watching Oprah, with my gun belt off, I knew that I had a feeling that the sergeant was going to come, and I better get downstairs. I used to work in the projects, and get down. By the time I hit the last floor in the elevator and I walk out the building, because I was a housing cop, boom, the sergeant would go, post 186 on the air. 186 on the air, location. And you have to have your location, or something you're cooping. I always had that instinct, and I always trusted it. It was amazing to me, down to singing at the White House. I knew I was going to sing at the White House. I knew that joining NYPD as opposed to the FBI, which I had a choice to join both. It wasn't where I wanted to go, and I always talk about life happens. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I did it because... See, now here I go, back into a story with an ex-boyfriend. I was 21 who tried to kill me because I was breaking up with him, and I was one of those statistics. I could have been a statistic. I literally, he tried to kill me. Literally, ex-boyfriend tried to kill me. I mean, I have the whole story on my YouTube channel. I talk about, ex-boyfriend who tried to kill me, literally stabbed me. Yes, he stabbed me. So I was a statistic, and as a result, I joined a police department because I wanted to help other women who were going through domestic violence or things like that. And you know what? Also, I did tell the police department, they said, why'd you join? I shared my story about having this ex-boyfriend who was obsessed with me and so forth. And sure enough, it wasn't going to happen again. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nevertheless, so I'm sharing that to say that you got to trust your instincts. Well, this new friend that I have, we're polar opposites. We're, nothing alike, but yet he came into my life. And I always have to figure out, why is this person in my life? What am I going to learn? What am I going to gain from this particular relationship? And I was in the shower, and there was this little voice that said clearly, like the day when I discovered the lump in my breast, when I knew that I would go to the White House, when I knew that I'd become the singing household name as a police officer singing the national anthem. All of that was done because I heard that little voice. Here's that little voice again saying, I brought him into your life so that you can find a place to go and not be in the hustle and bustle of life. I'm going to be 50 in February 6th. What are you going to do differently? Something, it's got to be changes. Life is about changes, people. It's not that boring, mundane, boring thing that you do in your life. It's not about, it's having experiences, going about life. Change for me has always been better. Every time I changed, when I was in a cop, I went through some stuff. They changed my unit, put me in another unit. I had to, whatever. And it got better. So I know from my own experience that change for me has always been good. So, why did this particular individual, who's my friend, came into my life to get my butt to move, to figure out where I'm going to go after New York? Because I wanted to get out of New York after having this whole cancer experience and being a much more calm place in my head as opposed to this hustle and bustle. And so, yeah, that's what happened. And sure enough, we're not speaking. And that's a whole nother story. I want to talk about that, but I don't have time to talk about that. But I want to talk about, how he came in and now he's out. We're not talking. And the reason for that is because I don't want to go into details about it right now, but I know that it's, he wasn't the right person for me to begin with. So I'm going to say that. He wasn't right for me. The universe, God, knows that he wasn't the person for me. And easy get him in, easy get him out. Because I'm not planning on marrying him. Why am I hanging out with this dude if I'm not planning on spending the rest of my life with this person? And we always think we could change people. He don't look like he's ready to be changed. My ex changed. You know, he learned. He didn't change, but he learned. And you're hoping that whatever you have on you would pass to others, and they get to learn from your experience or learn things that you've learned during the course of your life. But this particular individual, he ain't about learning. And I'm like, but he's taught me how to be patient. Like, I was this real gangster chick. Like, let me tell you, I'm a hard ass. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I'm not easy, meaning that you're not gonna talk to me anyway. You're not gonna treat me anyway. And, you know, us independent black women, which is not a cool thing, but that's unfortunately from slavery. So our culture is just thinking it's a cool thing to be independent and black and strong as women, when they don't know that they have traumatized us from time of slavery by taking the strongest man in front of a bunch, you know, hundreds of slaves, and making him an example by tearing his body apart with one horse tied to the one side, horse to the other, and whipping the horses, and they split them apart and and traumatize the rest of the slaves. So make sure they know if you leave or you try to do anything you're not supposed to do, you will be killed. And then the mothers would say, baby, don't do that. Be nice to the white man. Be nice to him. Don't say anything. Just don't do it. Like we do now with the police. They show us images of us being shot on television, and then they go, that's what's going to happen to you. It's traumatizing us, and it traumatizes your new unborn children. Just know that. It's traumatizing your unborn child, so it's in your system, and we're producing, you know, having babies, and they're already affected by the climate and the culture that we live in. I've been watching this program, and I'm just saying the program Black Mirror, and you know, I'm not addicted to it, but I enjoy watching it because I like to watch things that I can learn from. And aside from the concept, the context of the video, of the movies, of the shows, I like the fact that they use black women, black people that look like me. And if you're gonna use white and black. In this country, we use white and light skin, mixed half, black, white. What kind of stupid stuff is that? Really? You know, I'm a black woman. In their videos, if you watch these videos, these shows, you're gonna see it, and it's produced in England, so they have a different way. Because even my aunt is married to a white man, my cousin is married to a white man, and they look like me. So this country here perpetuates the stereotype that black is half white and black. You know, you're black. Anything that's mixed with black, because we're powerful, is going to be black. It's awesome. But this country just kind of programs us to make us believe that, you know, you have to be close to white to be accepted. We're not getting away from this. I don't know how I went from my story to this, but I'm just saying just everything in general, you know. So, you know, we live in a society that's just evil. You know, it's spiritually wickedness. And once we learn what this true meaning of our purpose in our life here is on this earth, and it's about being happy, it's important for us to understand what's happening. I know better now, and I'm so excited to teach my children about this so that they can have a different perception. Because when I was growing up, I just thought white people was like different, like crazy and weird. But they're just like us. They're everyday people. They go through the same stuff we go through. They have the same diseases, the same issues, the same everything. But when I was a little girl growing up, I didn't know this. I just thought they was different, even as a cop. You ever notice when you say hello to a white person, they do this? What the hell is... I said hello, good morning. It's a good morning back. It's not a little freaking grin. What is that? So, you know, that's, you know, my point is, it's just really, it's like crazy, interesting. And so I'm talking about my move. I'm talking about how breast cancer changed my life. I'm talking about racism. I'm talking about the culture we live in, the climate we live in. And ultimately, it's about you being happy and understanding that we all are human beings. We all are one. And if you understand what's happening and know that we may not change this, it may never change, but learn how to exist in a space, in a place where ultimately you make decisions that's going to impact your life in a positive way. You don't fall into the norm like everybody doing the norm. I remember when I was leaving the police department, they said, "You're going to leave? Oh my gosh, what are you going to do?" I said, "You gotta be kidding me. This is how they think?" So I've always been a person who thought beyond this box. I've always been a person who thought beyond the box, outside of the box. It's weird. But nevertheless, so why did God bring this person into my life? And for some reason now we are not working out. Thankfully, because I don't deal with crazy people who want to try to kill you after breaking up or try to hurt you. I love it. Bring them in. You want to leave? Go out. Bring them out. Take them out. And keep it quiet. I'm good with that. With that being said, I said, okay, let me remember, why did he come into my life? I've never been to Georgia. I have brothers in Georgia. Let me go and visit my brothers and say hello. And I did that and established myself. And, not established myself, but like got acquainted with the area. I rented a car. I drove around. Right now, I drive around for food. In Brooklyn, I'm driving to go to Fairway or Whole Foods to buy my plants and, and growing my own plants. I don't shop in a regular supermarket at all. At all. I have to drive to go get my food. I was doing that in Georgia. I might as well go to Georgia and do that and have a garden. And I love this setup in Georgia because they had these thrift stores you could buy clothes for 75 cents. They had, like, in the community, they have all these different activities for the kids to do in the community. So I'm looking for a really good community, a decent community where I can actually continue doing my music program. As you guys, I shared with you guys that I'm going into a program called Transformational Coaching. I'm excited about that. That's my 50th birthday present to myself. I'm going to certified in that area. I love the information that I'm learning. It's the way I've been thinking all of these years and did not know there was a real formula or format or structure to my thinking. And it's in there. I'm so excited because I only see bigger and better things happening. I'm just growing. Life's about growing. I'm still dealing with my breast issue. I still have to get, I'm doing, right now I have the implants, which have been, not implants. What do you call these? I forgot what you call it. Expanders that are still in me. I have to get that exchange. So hopefully that'll happen in March. I think I might want to do have a pump a little bit more. Oh, and let me talk about that. Having big breasts or big, I want it bigger. Listen, when people go bald, they go, oh, cancer, I had cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I'm happy with my bald head. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm a breast cancer survivor. I have my big breasts, my big titties, yeah. That's all part of it, right? So, don't tell me, no, that's a good side. No, I do what I want to do. You cut your hair. You go through your experiences. This is part of the experience. I'm just showing that I'm showing. I don't say I'm showing off, but I'm showing the other aspect of it. You have to have, if you have a double mastectomy, you have they cut your breast and they expand the chest walls and they put these, silicone or saline in it. Would I prefer not to have done that? Absolutely. Did I have a choice? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how would I, even though I do coach women and share, and in general, helping people understand what to eat to live a healthier life so you won't go through this. But, I just follow my instincts. I follow that divine voice, the intuition, my gut feeling, that voice that I receive. And the voice was like, I was watching Wendy Williams, and when she talked to this woman about her breast cancer situation, and I hadn't watched her in 6 months since my cancer experience, and I'm watching her that particular day. And she said, tell us about those shoes you're wearing. And the lady said, oh, well, these shoes here, these are my double mastectomy shoes. I said, holy shoot. Okay. All right. I'll be the example. I'll do it. Because that's the way, I receive my messages, whether it be from a television show or something. It's a sign. We all get it. So just be in tune with that guidance, spiritual guidance, your instincts, your intuition, the universe. Where thought goes, energy grows. Where thought goes, energy grows. What you think about most often is what's going to happen. So, with that being said, I said a whole lot. And I was really just meaning to say, I'm just following my instincts about making that move to Georgia. It just hit me about a week ago. When my friend and I were not talking, he did some things I didn't like. And some other things that I want to talk about in terms of like your health. And, he just maybe just disappeared. Like, he don't call, I don't call. If I call, I don't hear from him. But I'm like, you know what? My heart's okay. because I knew it wasn't right. I mean, I talked to you guys already. I told you I'm not sure, but how do women deal with this kind of thing? Sometimes when it goes, just let it go. Keep it moving. I said like change is good, right? So I'm now speaking that positive things happen in your life. When you think positively, that's where I want to be now. And I know it better now that I'm doing my course, my certification program. I'll wait for this to finish. Give me a minute. I have a call coming through. You may not hear me, so I'm just going to wait until it goes away. Okay, and I'm back. Thought goes, energy grows. So I'm thinking, I want to think positively. I want to think that I can, I can draw someone to me that's similar to me, that I can relate to, that, can be my life partner one day, who we are on the same wavelength, same, we're similar as opposed to being completely different, because opposites don't attract. Is attracting in the beginning. Initially, it's attracting. But at the end, when you get after the initial attraction, it's like anything. I'm tired of this merry-go-round. I'm tired of this ride. It's not the ride. It's a mess. And before you get in too deep, that's it. I mean, the other day, yes, he said to me, I think it's time that we be boyfriend and girlfriend right now. It's 2018. And I just fell out laughing. I just cracked up laughing. And he said, I knew he was going to do that. I knew it. I think he might have been upset by that or offended. In my head, I was like, what were we all the time? But, I'm not sure if I really want to commit to this 100%, because what does that mean now? You're going to start ordering me around? And I'm not good with that, because I get gangsta in a minute. And I'm not doing 25 to life for nobody. My life is too amazing, too beautiful. I've come too far for someone to mess up my life, to ruin my life. So with that being said, I miss my friend. I do. But I gotta be strong, okay? And I know that, it wasn't supposed to be that way. His purpose was to get me to go to Georgia, and somehow, and I'm gonna be singing at a relative of his at their birthday party. In a couple of weeks, when I go down there, I want to make sure I have everything set up. I want to start looking at some property. I want to start checking out some, I want to put in some jobs in. I will try to, where I want to go is a place where I can set up shop. I want to do a school over there. I want to do my business over there. Since I'm getting into transformational speaking, I want to set up some talks where I can, go and share my story and, get into that aspect of my life. I want to help people in companies like Time Warner or whatever these companies are, and speak to 100,000 people about pursuing their life's dream or their life's purpose. So I want to do that. So I know that what I'm planning on doing, I don't need to be in New York to do it. I need to be home, somewhere nice where I can take it a little easy, a little slower pace, because I'm already a fast girl. I already know how to move. I know how to hustle. But I definitely want to set up business at my place in Georgia. I want to have a place where I can teach out of my home or my space. And I definitely want to get my boys there before they turn, a certain age here in New York, because I already know New York is not going to really be able to offer them too much. And I've already taught them, we are about entrepreneurship. We are about being entrepreneurs. We're not about working in a plantation, having people talk to you any kind of way, tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, because I'm not built like that. Never been built like that. And it's, it's about establishing a business. Everybody's not going to be entrepreneurs. But if you are interested and want to do that, you need to. I love watching Dr. Boyce Watkins. I talk about him all the time. That's our everybody. He's our father. Like I've never had a father. I didn't grow up with a father, but he's my dad. I want him to be my dad. He's my dad. I just mean he's my dad. Everything he says, I agree with, for the most part. Everything. I don't really. He thinks like I do. I think like he does. And it's about being an entrepreneur and having your own business. Whatever you do well, God. And I always said it to myself when I was in my 30s. 20s, what you do well is what you use to capitalize on. You create a business out of what you do well. I'm not running out working for people, and I'm not sitting around waiting for a pension and eating poorly so I can die and not even enjoy my pension because you're dying, you're sick, and you can't utilize it to, the fullest. And the government keeps your money. Really? Is that what you guys are living for? A pension? That's, you got to come out of that stinking thinking. Okay. I am here covering a class, and I'm covering a class here today. I don't have to be doing this too often, but we all could use the money. But it's not, ultimately for me, it's not about the money, because I can figure out how to make it another way. But when I come here, I get to drink all my water. I drink all my water, all my teas. I bring everything here. I eat just like how I need to eat. I don't be eating throughout the day and snacking. I take my vitamins. When I come into the school, I feel like I'm more organized, Please don't forget to watch my weekly Wednesday series, How Breast Cancer Changed My Life, on Wednesdays, 4:30 on Channel 68, Brick Arts Media. And my website, which is not working right, it's not working. I haven't really build it like the way I need to be building it right now. But I'm still, everything that I talk about, foods, I want to put that on there. I'm writing a book. It's not moving as quickly as I wanted to, but it's going to happen, and I got to do it quickly. I'm going to try to give myself a goal to set up for this year. Got to go. So this way, when I go to Georgia, I can start doing my tours, and I can start promoting my book, and that's your business card. Your book is your business card. I got to go. Someone's coming in. Let me see. Some kid, he ain't coming in here right now. You kidding me? It's my time. Door's locked. Keep his butt out. Oh, he probably saw me from over there. Okay, so I love you all, and I'm sorry if I talked really, really long, but I'm sure I've put out some nuggets out there to help somebody, to inspire someone. I will certainly be documenting this move, and those of you who are thinking about moving somewhere, wherever it may be, hopefully I can help. All right? I love you. Bye-bye. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? I miss my friend. He hasn't talked to me like a couple of weeks. Whatever. God is going to send me, the universe is going to send me someone that's more like me, because I know that he wasn't going to work. He wasted my time anyway. I don't know why I was wasting my time, but he wasn't wasting my time because people come into your life for a reason. And I know that reason was for me to make this move to Georgia because I was looking for a place to go. I almost stayed in Mexico. When I was in Mexico, I was thinking about staying in Mexico, and I was like, and in Georgia. And my brother's over there, so that's okay. Very good. Bye-bye, everyone. RubyCollins.com, working them out. To my music.